was just sick and heartbroken and totally distraught. And I had a very hard time sleeping that night. And I just felt like my whole identity was almost being shattered overnight. And when I woke up the next day, I was someone I didn't recognize. I was someone who was no longer in denial and who knew that I had to face this truth head on.
Did you have any anger about, because I'm assuming that no one in your family voluntarily told you this information. I mean, thankfully, the book was handed to you when you started asking those questions, so that we can always be appreciative of that. But did you feel anger that no one was like, Hillary, we need to have this conversation about who our family was?
Yes, I remember that next morning I went to breakfast with my parents and my children. My children were pretty young then. And we sat down and I started talking about it and saying, this book has been at your house. Did you know? And the response from my parents was it was like watching people who were in a fog and, had just been living into some stories and some myths for a long time and had these kind of rote responses to what I was asking. And at first I remember feeling some anger with my own family. But then as time went on too, I realized, oh no, this is our cultural conditioning. This is what all the white families are doing. We've all got these, it's almost like a script that we are taught as children to respond to these realities. And so at that point, I forgave myself for not knowing. I forgave my family for not knowing and for willingly turning a blind eye. And I began this very deep process of unpacking what this meant in myself and also making a really deep connection that legacy of silence was going to end with me. So my children have grown up knowing this information and helping me work with this information and being beside me the entire time.
How did your children respond to this information?
I think they were, let me see, at the time, I think they were 13 and 8. And so they were, the thing is that when you talk about these things with kids, you can do it in age appropriate ways so that they are not overwhelmed, so that they know there's a distinction between, our people did this and it's not your fault, but also we're responsible to take steps to repair the legacy that has been left to us. So they have always been okay with that. And they've learned how to walk through the world knowing that information.
Are you struggling to win grants? Crystal Petrie Consulting's grant writing workshop will give you the skills and strategies to craft winning proposals that funders can't ignore. From mastering the basics to advanced budgeting, hands-on exercises and personalized feedback, you'll walk away ready to secure funding. Don't miss your chance to level up your grant writing. Register today at www.capetryllc.com.